Hello, friends. Happy Saturday. Ask not for whom the bell tolls, it tolls for thee, John Donne famously wrote. That image would have been much more familiar and understandable to his contemporaries than it is perhaps to us. And that's because before technology made communication easy, church bells were used as a means of communication. Church bells were tolled for a variety of reasons to convey a number of messages. One of the reasons they were told was to denote the death of someone in the community. The sex of the person who had died was denoted by the number of tells, that is, strokes of the bell, 3 times for a man, 6 times for a woman. Over time, the word tellers was corrupted into tailors, and Dorothy Sayers' famous mystery novel, The 9 Tailors, is not only a wonderful murder mystery, but is also a treatise on campanology, that is, on the science of ringing church bells. But bells were used for other reasons too. They were used to alert people to various devotional practices or events. Many of us have been, for example, to the Musée d'Orsay in Paris, and we've seen Millet's famous painting, The Angelus, which shows a couple of people working in a field, their heads bowed, their hands clasped in an attitude of prayer. And the title obviously indicates that they are praying the Angelus, a prayer often said at noon, which is announced by a kind of sequence of tolls of the bell. During the Mass, the bell was used at various times too, particularly during the recitation of the canon of the Mass. We now call that the Eucharistic prayer. First, there was a warning bell, which was rung to signify to people that this prayer was about to be prayed. And then the bell was rung at various times during the prayer when the bread was elevated and the wine too. And the reason the bell was rung is that the prayer itself was said what we would call in secret, that is to say, sotto voce by the priest. It wasn't really audible to the congregation, so to tell people that the miracle of consecration was happening, these bells were rung so people could look up and see the bread and wine being elevated. And even if they could have heard the prayer, they probably wouldn't have understood anyway, since it was said in Latin. Now, the necessity of using bells in this way in the church service was obviated by the Reformation, even though some churches still symbolically use them. But many of our churches still have bells that are tolled or chimed. At St. Mark's, we are blessed to have a wonderful set of 19 bells which can be played manually from a carillon-style keyboard, or can be played automatically using a computerized program. They're played in this second way every Sunday at St. Mark's at 12 noon, when a series of hymns, which follows the national anthem, sail out not only over St. Mark's church grounds, but over the wider parish itself. A wonderful way to be a witness in our community. And the tenor bell of these 19 bells can also be swung from a rope in a tower, in the tower vestibule, which we do every day, every Sunday, as a means to signal that the service is about to begin. And so as we think about church bells and their use, and about St. Mark's marvelous 19 bells, I'm reminded of A.E. Housman's poem, Breeden Hill. And so I'll leave you with the final stanza of that poem as we look forward to the ringing of the bells tomorrow on Sunday. The bells, they sound on Breeden, and still the steeples hum. Come all to church, good people. Oh, noisy bells, be dumb. I hear you. I will come.